Hi guys, reading update. Nothing. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm exhausted. It's almost 10 p.m. Hopefully tomorrow we can read. This video is going not well so far because we haven't read much. I started Great Big Beautiful Life. I read chapter 1 last night and fell asleep. So that's where we're at. I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna call it a night, go to sleep. We'll see when I read. Quick reading update. It's not much of an update, but it is now Friday and I haven't really read much of my book. I am 44 pages into my book, so not that far in. Honestly, I haven't really had much time to read during the day. I thought that I would have update on the actual book. I feel like the plot I'm gonna like. Two writers. Love when they are two writers, two readers. It's just so good. In this case, they're both writers and they're both trying to get the job to write a book where this woman. Right now, our male main character seems very quiet and very like nonchalant, but I feel like I'm gonna like him. Can't wait to see a little bit more of him. That's kind of my update. I'm gonna go continue reading. Sorry this was shaky. I don't have my tripod with me, but hopefully that's a good update for you guys. Okay, it is time for a very needed update. I don't know what this vlog is looking like so far, but at this point, it is time I change some things. So originally this video was supposed to be what I read on vacation, how much can I read on vacation type of video, and I was only able to read 50 pages of my book on vacation. So that didn't really work out for me. I feel like it would have been a boring video for you guys. I'm changing it up and it's gonna be a better video, hopefully. This video has now turned into reading 5-star predictions. I'm reading books that I feel could be 5-star reads. Most of these are new releases, books that I have been anticipating so much and I feel like could be 5-star reads. I am keeping the first book. So as you guys saw, I was reading Great Big Beautiful Life. Was a very anticipated release for me. I love Emily Henry. I love her books and I waited for this. Just like you guys, we have been waiting for a new Emily Henry book for a long time and it is here. I've read it. Spoiler alert, not a 5-star read for me. I'll get into it right now, giving you an idea of what this video is gonna be turning into. This was a 5-star prediction for me. That is why I kind of got the idea to turn this video into that instead of vacation read, because I wouldn't have made a video. I just finished this book. I just finished listening to the audiobook and I think it's time we chat about it. I took it with me on vacation. I was only able to read 50 pages on vacation and then I didn't do much of the reading until I was on my flight back home. That is when I got until like 50% of the book. I read the rest now that I'm back home. So I did finish this. For the remaining like 50% of the book, I mostly did the audiobook because first of all, I was intrigued by this new Emily Henry concept, kind of like a second plot aside from the romance, and it has kind of like this mystery aspect to it. At first that intrigued me, but I'm not gonna lie to you, the whole sideline plot, Margaret's story, bored me to death. Which is why I kind of reached for the audiobook, because those parts would bore me so much. I was not into them at all. I would just kind of zone out. Our main character Alice and Hayden, that is what I would look forward to. I don't know, I guess I just didn't really connect with that side plot, which is why this wasn't a 5-star read for me. It just didn't catch my attention at all. And even then, I feel like the romance, we could have gotten a little bit more. I feel it felt a little bit rushed, and I usually always look forward to Emily Henry's banter, but it was kind of non-existent in this book, which was a bummer. But overall, There was a lot of good quotes, good moments, but nothing special that stuck with me, which is sad for me to say. I think I'm gonna rate this. I'm between a 3-star and a 3.5. And I feel like I always have to say this, but a 3-star is not a bad rating. I feel like a lot of people take a 3-star as a bad rating. For me, it's like in the middle. It's okay. It's an okay book. Would recommend, but it's not like the best, you know? Yeah, that is what I think about Great Big Beautiful Life. First 5-star prediction was not a 5-star. I am gonna move on to our next read, which is none other than Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. This is another 5-star prediction. Very, very, very new release. This just released yesterday. I did get the art copy, but since I was out of town, I didn't get to open it until a couple days ago. I did start this book. I'm only 55 pages in. If you know me, you know I love the series. The last book, Taming 7, was a 5-star read for me, so I think this has potential. It's a thick one. I'm excited to read it. It's already so sad. Yeah, I'm not gonna say much, but this has potential to be a 5-star, so this is what we're gonna be reading it. It is a rainy, gloomy day, so I will be cuddling up with this book today. Okay, I know the lighting is super dark. It is noon. Believe it or not, it is noon. Well, it's about to be noon. It is so dark. It looks kind of scary outside. I wanted to give you guys a little update. I'm still reading Releasing 10. I feel like I'm reading it so slowly, but it's just such a thick book. I've mostly been doing the audiobook, almost like 40% into the book. I just have some thoughts. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me with the rain. I might have to refilm this. I have a lot of thoughts on this book. Obviously, I love being back with all of these characters. I love seeing their interactions and their conversations and their jokes and everything. But I will say this book is a lot heavier. I feel like this might be the heaviest book so far. Definitely read the trigger warnings. It's just sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit tough to read. They start off really young in this book, like they're very, very young, not even 5 years old. Throughout the beginning of the book, they're still very young. Where I'm at right now, I think Lizzie is 9, but the conversations that these kids have since the beginning of the book, I just cannot imagine kids their age talking like that. I can't imagine the stuff that they were saying and the jokes they would make and the things that they would know very young. I just can't. So that seems very unrealistic to me. I don't know, I'm just trying to look past that because it's a fiction book and sometimes we just have to ignore the logistics, but I don't know, I'm trying to connect with the story and the characters, but the characters are very young, very little, and speaking a certain way, and I'm just like, I don't believe it. Other than that, I don't even, oh my gosh, I'm kind of scared. It's obviously very rainy. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, I'm gonna go now, continue reading my coffee book, and it's raining. It's actually been a couple of days. I finished releasing 10 like 2 nights ago, and I started Problematic Summer Romance. Before we get into this, let's talk about this. So I don't know what I'm gonna rate this book yet, and it's been a couple of days, but I just don't know what I want to rate it. It was a very emotional book, a very deep book, and one thing about this author is that she knows how to write very complex, very deep characters, and you just get to know these characters very well and you get so attached to them. Every 2 books is a book about a couple, and as you're reading, as you begin the series, you know very little about the rest of the characters, but once you get to their books, you really get to know them, and it's just crazy how you're in this whole world of all these fictional characters, but they feel so real. Getting to know Lizzie and Hugh in this book was, I don't know, like I didn't know much about them in the past, but reading their book, a lot of feelings, and their story was, I feel like, the heaviest out of all of them. Maybe by the time that I'm editing, I'll have it figured out and I'll put it somewhere on the screen. I did start Problematic Summer Romance 2 nights ago, but I only read 2 chapters, and then yesterday I had no time to read. I'm about to sit down and read and try to get a little bit more in as soon as I'm done putting this laundry away. So I'm gonna start this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get into this book. If you know me, if you've been following, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I am an Allie stan, auto-buy author. Love her books, all of them. Like, I'm excited to read it, but I'm also worried I'm gonna read it too quickly and I'm gonna have to wait till the next one, which isn't until October. This is reading 5-star prediction books. This is probably book number 1 on the list. I'm having some peppermint tea, as I do almost every night. I'm trying to get some reading in. I'm gonna put my rain ambiance. We're gonna relax. This is where we're at. I wanted to finish this tomorrow, so we will see. Good morning. It is a very gloomy morning. It was just raining. I very rarely get to sleep in and just read my book in bed, so that's what we're gonna do right now. We are on the 3rd and last book of this video, and so far we have no 5-star rates. I'm hoping that this book will be it, just so we can end the video with a bang and find a 5-star. And honestly, out of all of these books that I've read in this video, I think this is the most 5-star prediction. But I will say that out of all of her books, this one has my favorite aesthetic of the whole Italian summer. It is absolutely perfect for summer. Planning to read this book. If it's on your TBR, definitely pick it up during the summer while you're at the beach, at the pool. It's just perfect. So I'm gonna lay here right now, read for a bit, and then later we will go and make some coffee. Okay, hi guys. I did end up finishing Problematic Summer Romance. It is actually a couple days after I finished it, but I wanted to come on here and chat about it. This was a 5-star. I mean, I absolutely loved the whole aesthetic of this book. I feel like it is my favorite. It's set in Italy, summer in Italy, which is absolutely perfect. Our female main character, Maya, is Eli's sister from Not in Love, and Connor is also his best friend. So this is a brother's best friend. Age gap, he's 15 years older than her, which I was worried about, but I feel like this just worked very well. These are my tabs, so you could say I enjoyed it, but this is the perfect book to read this summer, whether you're by the pool, by the beach, sitting outside getting some sun. This is the perfect summer read. I definitely recommend. I enjoyed it from start to finish. The beginning, I will say, maybe was just a little bit slow because we didn't know as a reader what happened between them, but that is the point of the book. You follow along, start the book knowing they're in Italy for the wedding, know that they stopped talking, but you don't know why they stopped. Reading along to find out why they stopped talking, what's going on, but you're also in the present going through them hanging out and talking, and it's like tension. It's so good. Holly Hazelwood always writes men who are down bad. I don't think anyone has beat Eli for me from Not in Love, but this guy, since he met her, literally since he met her, he's been there for her. He's been paying attention, doing things for her. That is one thing that I appreciate of her books. It's just that the man is always down bad and so caring and protective for his girl, and Connor is no exception. So I absolutely loved it. I'm so glad we ended the video with a 5-star. And with this book, I think it was absolutely perfect. This is our reading wrap up for this video. We read 3 very anticipated releases. All of these were 5-star predictions, but sadly only one of them was. I think I rated this 3.5 stars. Not my favorite Emily Henry book. I think the plot of Margaret, I don't think that was my favorite. I was so bored in those parts and I just was skimming and I just wanted the romance. I was initially interested. I was like, okay, I want a little bit of the suspense, mystery, but I think it was just too much. I did like the characters, I liked the setting, I liked the idea of it, but it was just not my cup of tea. And then we read Releasing 10, which was another super anticipated release. I mean, this book just took me on a roller coaster ride of emotions, up and down, lots of downs, and it's just a very deep emotional book. And honestly, I haven't rated this book. It's been a while since I finished it and I just can't bring myself to rate it. I just don't know how to rate this book, so I think I'm not gonna rate this book, which is kind of weird. But by saying that, I'm not saying this is a bad book. I'm not saying don't read it. I recommend, obviously, if you're reading this series, you know who this book is about, you kind of have an idea of what the series deals with, but this book was the heaviest for me. For now, this is not rated, but it's a beautiful book. I enjoyed it, which feels a little wrong to say. Like, I hope you understand what I mean. These characters have such a special place in my heart, and I am so nervous for the next book because I know that it's all gonna hit for Lizzie, our main character, and I am terrified. I don't know how that's gonna go. I just need to process. Maybe by then I will have a rating. But yeah, those are the 3 books that we read in this video. I think overall it was a good, I would say, reading week, but this took me a little bit over a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know why I read so slow. Yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed reading with me for a couple days, reading anticipated releases, 5-star predictions. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye.